Hi, welcome to all of you. Today's topic is chemical preservatives in the fruits and vegetable processing. In this video discussion, you learn the main chemical preservatives which are used in the fruits and vegetable processing, and regarding all terms we will discuss. What is food preservative? Preservative, it is a additives which are added into the food to extend the shelf life. The main role of that preservative to prevent the spoilage of that product, to prevent the fermentation, to control the enzymatic reaction into the foods, and to extend the shelf life of that product. The preservatives are classified into two groups. First, that is the natural, that is called as a class 1, and second, that is the chemical preservatives, is called as a class 2 preservative. Dear friends, in natural preservatives, natural, that means the natural substances which we can use as a directly preservative. In this, first, the spices. During the preparation of the product, we added the spices, salt, sugar, honey, vinegar, etc. These are the main natural sources and generally recognized as the safe. We can add as per our requirement. These are the natural substances which are act as a antioxidant and the antimicrobial activity and extend the shelf life of our product. Then second category, that is the class 2 preservative. That means by using the chemical substances which are added into the food and to extend the shelf life. Number of chemical preservatives are available in the market, in which the main two preservatives are added into the fruits and vegetable processing. First, that is the benzoate, in which the example sodium benzoate, and the second one is the sulfite, in which the potassium metabisulfate or the sulfur dioxide. These are the main two chemical preservatives which are added into the fruits and vegetable processing industries, and very important, these are the E numbering, European Union standard numbering for given to the all additives. Today we will detail discuss about the role of sodium benzoate and the role of potassium metabisulfates and their specific limits and the FSSI guidelines. First preservative, sodium benzoate. In fruits and vegetable processing, sodium benzoate is mostly used for the processing of tomato ketchup, sauce, jam jellies, number of products. The main typically use of sodium benzoate for the highly colored foods is suitable. The it is available in powder form, very fine powders, readily available into the market. You can see these are the examples of the sodium benzoate powders. The main properties, that is the tasteless, odorless, and it is more effective at the acidic products. Typically use of range from the 0.12 to 0.75. That means the 120 to 750 ppm, depending on the different types of the products as per the regulations. We will detail discuss about in the next slide. The next, effectiveness of the sodium benzoate. Typically, it is very effective against the yeast to control the enzymatic reactions, and in the acidic food products, more effective to extend the shelf life of the product. The calculation parts, when we added the preservatives or any additives as per the guidelines for the regulations, we must require to add the specific limits. For that, we require to first calculate, then weight, and then addition. During addition, we first dilute, that means first take on a small quantity of water, then add it with the preservatives and proper mixing, and then mix with the final product. The calculation part, that is the ppm. What is meant by ppm? Ppm, that means the 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per liter. For example, if we require to 600 ppm solution, therefore we require to addition of 600 milligram per liter. As per the quantity of our product, we can calculate the amount of milligram of required of sodium benzoate, and that weighing is carried out and then added. Second preservative, that is the sulfur dioxide or potassium metabisulfate. The sulfur dioxide, that is in gas form, and the potassium metabisulfate available in the market in powder form, the small crystals powder form, in which the potassium metabisulfate, it is very effective and very useful for the foods and vegetable processing. The main disadvantage, that is the bleaching effect. For the highly colored foods, we cannot use the potassium metabisulfate. The potassium metabisulfate, it is very useful for the amla processing, in which the amla processing, the bleaching effect is very important in order to retain the original color of that product. In dehydrated products, in some of the other jam jellies, marmalade, and other fruits and vegetable products, potassium metabisulfate is very effective. For its effectiveness is longer time. When we add it into the product in which the main reaction is occurred, that is the potassium metabisulfate, in the presence of organic acids and the water, resulting reaction is occurred and produce the sulfur dioxide gas, and this sulfur dioxide gas is act as antimicrobial activity. Then calculation part is very important for the addition of the potassium metabisulfate. How much quantity of KMS required to add into the product in order to we get the desired quantity of the SO2 into the final product? This is the simplest formula. Amount of KMS required is equal to mass of SO2 required. That means the ppm of SO2 required into the final product divided by 0.5765. This is the formula used for the calculation. You can see in this example, if the target we required the final product SO2, that is the 350 ppm, then 350 ppm divided by 0.5765, we get the answer, that is the we require to addition of 607 milligram of KMS into the product. Then in this reaction, finally we get the SO2, that is the 350 ppm in on that product. If we added any additives into the food product, must require to properly declare on the label. You can see in these examples, declaration of the preservatives or whatever the types of the you added the any additives must require to properly declare on the label. Then additives must be added as per the limit or the guidelines given by the food safety standard of the India for that specific food product. These are the examples in which the name of the fruits and vegetable products and use of sodium benzoate and use of SO2. For example, for jam jellies, marmalade, muramba, preserve, fruit cheese, use of sodium benzoate, maximum limit, that is the 200 ppm, and for sulfur dioxide, maximum limit, that is the 40 ppm. These are the examples for the different type of the fruits and vegetable product. In this video discussion, you learn regarding the food preservatives, that is the chemical preservatives used in the foods and vegetable processing. Thank you.